Hi, I'm Rev Myron. I'm a minister through Pathways of Light, and I've been a Course in Miracles student for 43 years. I'm going through the lessons again this year, asking Jesus for clarity, and then I write from that clarity, and that's what I'm sharing with you today. We're looking today, let's get started. Today we're looking at lesson 257. Let me remember what my purpose is. If I forget my goal, I can be but confused, unsure of what I am, and thus conflicted in my actions. No one can serve contradicting goals and serve them well, nor can he function without deep distress and great depression. Let us therefore be determined to remember what we want today, that we may unify our thoughts and actions meaningfully and achieve only what God would have us do this day. Father, forgiveness is your chosen means for our salvation. Let us not forget today that we can have no will but yours, and thus our purpose must be yours as well, if we would reach the peace you will for us. Well, I'm fully convinced that it is necessary that I have one goal. I discovered that a few years ago when I decided that the peace of God was my only goal. So when I got upset about something, I would remember that fixing the problems in the world was not my purpose, and I would turn to the Holy Spirit for correction of my perception. This has worked remarkably well. I do sometimes still become upset, but I don't stay that way. I compare that to the way I used to live, and my life is proof of this lesson. I would get upset usually about relationships at home or at work. I would spend time trying to solve the problem with the ego as my advisor and eventually remember that I had real help through the Holy Spirit. Or I would keep certain problems separate and would not bring those to the Holy Spirit. Crazy, right? The result was just as Jesus said in the lesson. I was often deeply distressed and depressed. Slowly, I began to bring more of my problems to the Holy Spirit and did so more quickly than before. I could see the difference in my life. It went more smoothly without so many distressing episodes. So I was motivated to do it even more often. What has happened over time is that consistent forgiveness has helped to loosen the hold of the false identity as a person living in time and space. I feel like a person still, but I also accept that I'm not that. I'm beginning to identify more with spirit. And while it's nice to be peaceful within the story, identity is everything. Identifying as spirit, I know that God's will is my will. And until that is complete, I'm happy to practice like this. Thank you so much for joining me in this reading. I hope that you found it helpful. If you did, then please like it. And if you haven't yet, please subscribe. And I'll be back soon with another reading. See you then.